Hey guys, it's Joshua Reviews, and guys, hope you like my Christmas Office shirt. I never watched the show, but I just like the shirt. Got it at Target for like $5. Yeah, I'm that type of guy. The one who go to stores, get cheap shirts. Anyways, what am I talking about? Still reviewing Krampus movies. So, in my last review, I talked about Krampus 2. Now, for those of you not aware, Krampus 2 has nothing to do with the first. I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. Mother Krampus. I reviewed Mother Krampus 2. Had nothing to do with the first Mother Krampus. So, it only seems fair that we take a look at the real Mother Krampus 2. That's right. Granny Krampus. Oh, would you look at that? It's another Krampus movie I reviewed. A really shit one, too. So, Granny Krampus. I don't know. I'm going to be honest, I don't know why they called this Granny Krampus. My guess is, I guess. My best guess is that they were like, hey, we can't use Mother Krampus 2. We can't call it Mother Krampus 3. So let's just throw Granny Krampus because I actually have no clue. So this movie is the direct sequel to Mother Krampus. But besides a few references, this movie literally has nothing to do with Mother Krampus. Nothing at all. I'm dead ass. This movie has like a few references and a few flashbacks. That's it. So the story for this one is, it's stupid. An estranged family is brought together at their old family home for Christmas, but quickly find themselves at the mercy of a nightmarish entity from the past, Granny Krampus. So if I'm not mistaken, the Granny Krampus in question is Amy from the first movie. I could be wrong on that, so forgive me. But if I'm being completely honest, I didn't pay much attention to this movie. I tried. I honest to God tried. But nothing in this fucking film makes sense. Nothing in... I'm just going to say it. This film's fucking awful. These two Krampus movies might be the worst of the bunch. And yes, when I get to Krampus the Reckoning, we'll talk more about that. But these two might be the worst. This one might be contender for the worst. Krampus the Return was pretty awful, but this is really bad. So, yeah, an estranged family is basically trying to reunite with they're like an estranged family or whatever. It's not, well, actually, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say it's not well explained because it is. Literally 99% of this movie is just characters giving dumb exposition and talking about their personal problems. That's all this movie is, and that's what this fucking company, ITN Distribution, is known for. Seriously, I don't know what it is with ITN, but they are notoriously known for making low-budget indie movies about fucking estranged families going to their big-ass manor and fucking some shit's happening. Literally, doesn't matter what it is. It could be a fucking dinosaur, a dragon. It could be fucking Bigfoot. Doesn't matter what it is. It's always in England. They're always going to some sort of mansion. There's always some sort of creature or entity or killer that's in this big manor. And that's the movie. That's all this fucking company is known for doing. It's literally what Krampus the Return was. That's what this movie is. This movie has no connection or correlation to Mother Krampus, besides a few references and flashbacks. It literally is just copied and paste every other film they fucking made. And I'm sick to death of it. That's why I hate reviewing these movies. But there's so many. There's so fucking many. And apparently, they're making another Krampus movie. Krampus in Space. Really like to see how they pull that shit off. So if you couldn't tell, I don't like this movie very much. It's really bad. But you know what? I'm a pretty positive guy. I don't like to shit on people's art. You could call it art. I don't mean to be a dick. But here's the thing. This movie's not good, but I still want to talk about some of the positives. I think Granny Krampus looks cool. That's it. That's honest to God it. Okay, so I know in several other of my reviews, I've talked about how I like it when a movie takes time to flesh out its characters. But this movie's an hour and 27 minutes, I believe, right? It's an hour and something minutes, I'll say that much. Oh, it's it's an hour and 24 minutes. Could have fooled me. This movie feels like a 2-hour movie. It literally drags the plot out. It is a thin script. It is a fucking thin-ass story. But they stretch it. They stretch everything out in this movie. All the dialogue, all the dramatic moments. Characters will just show up out the fuck nowhere. And the movie almost kind of expects you to know who these characters are. But you're like, who the fuck are you? When did you get here? It's like, oh, it's a distant relative. It's like, what? Please establish some sort of fucking theme. This movie is a Christmas Krampus movie, but there's hardly any Christmas in it besides a few lights in the back. That's it. Because this movie is set in a fucking manor, it's the most boring setting for any movie. They try, actually I don't know if I would say they try, but there are attempts to make it like a winter. They try to throw like this blue hue filter over it, and they try to kind of make it feel winterish, but it didn't fucking work. It honestly just feels like they shot this movie in fucking summer, or, I don't know, even spring. It really pisses me off how much this fucking film sucks, especially considering how it's a sequel to Mother Krampus. Now, I know Mother Krampus is not a good movie. I know none of these are good movies, but I had fun with Mother Krampus. I know some people might give me shit for that, and that's fine. But this film is genuinely bad, and it's boring. It's really fucking boring. I don't know what it is with these movies. I wish that they were more competently made, but they just somehow managed to be the same. It's the same shit every time they go to a manor. There's some sort of thing. It's always an estranged family or a character fucking grieving from a past trauma that they waste 40 minutes of the runtime fucking explaining to you. It's really bad. And I'm at the boiling point where I'm almost just, I don't want to review any more of these movies, but they've cranked out so much of the shit because it's the easiest fucking story they do. They do this every time, and I'm sick to death of it. I'm not even talking about Krampus at this point. Let's fucking crank out Dinosaur Hotel fucking 2 and 3 and 4. Let's just, no disrespect to the filmmakers. I'm criticizing the art. I'm sure you guys are lovely people, but man, you guys. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, Granny Krampus looks cool. She looks cool. I actually do kind of like the design, and I kind of, when an attempt was made to connect it to Mother Krampus, I thought it was kind of cool at first, but then honestly, it really just feels so disconnected, even though this is a direct sequel to Mother Krampus. It literally has nothing to do with it. I'm dead ass. This has a totally new plot, totally new group of characters. Here's the thing. I do like that they attempt to make a dramatic story and make characters that they attempt to flesh them out. But here's the problem. So much of the story, so much of the plot is dedicated to them expositioning why they feel the way they do. And it's just boring because nothing interesting is happening. There's no, like, great example, Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's a scene where Indy and his friend Sala are trying to find where they need to dig to find the Lost Ark. And the Nazis are trying to dig in a certain spot, and they find out that, and as they're talking about where they need to dig, which is a long exposition scene, right? Meanwhile, Indy is holding a date, which is, I think it's like a raisin, or I never had a date, but he has like a date. It's like a food, and he starts, kind of tossing it in the air like he's gonna eat it. And every time he's about to eat it, he's like, "Wait a minute!" And he starts talking about where he needs to find the Ark. And it's a good way to give exposition, but it doesn't bore the audience because you're like, oh shit, that date is poisoned. We see it get poisoned earlier, so we know there are stakes, but you're also interested in what he's saying because you want to find the arc too. You're siding with Indy, but you're like, oh shit, he's about to eat that date. He's going to die. But again, that's a good way to give exposition because you're more distracted on that, but you're also paying attention because every time it looks like he's about to eat it, he stops himself because he's fascinated with how interested he is in finding this arc. So it's a very good way to give exposition. This movie, there's none of that. Characters will literally just spell out the plot and it gets really boring. Guys, I'm running out of things to say because I've been here, done that before. This movie is boring. None of the characters are interesting. I do like their attempt to try to flesh them out, but their attempt fails miserably in my opinion. I don't like any of these characters because it's bad writing. Characters aren't fleshed out. The plot twist is a mess, and its attempt to, connect itself to Mother Krampus is horrendous. Granny Krampus looks cool, but she's only in it for like maybe a minute or two. It's really bad. The kills are lackluster. The editing is atrocious. The sound design and audio mixing is horrible. The cinematography, it's bad. This movie's bad. I'm going to give it an F. I don't know what else to say. This figures that this is put right alongside Krampus the Return because these two are the worst of the bunch. Anyways. All right, so we're done with the Mother Krampus movies or whatever. I don't know. So I need a segue. I need to segue to the next review. We're going to review Krampus Unleashed. See how that is.